come fly, so shut that mouth. Hey everybody, welcome to the program. That's with 2 M's and an E, because we're fancy and classy. I just like this I was watching this and I was cackling out loud. I was making this sound. I was cackling out loud at this, so let's watch this together. This is Ben Pepino. What is his name? I think he calls himself Benny Pepino. And the video is called Candace Owens Ends Cardi B, and it's hilarious. So Candy Owens is going to end Cardi B, and it's also hilarious. And if anybody knows comedy and hilarity, it's Benny Pepino.
No.
Okay, so here we go. He starts off talking about the Grammys and the WAP performance, of course, because these are the big issues. Here we go.
As you know, the Grammys the other night featured what was essentially soft pornography. Now, that's really what it was. If you go back to like
It's okay.
1990 and you look at what softcore pornography was at the time, that is what now appears on mainstream television shows in the United States today. And the shift in American life from what was private activity to public activity that must be approved by the public is pretty astonishing.
This is, of course, I'm totally with Ben on this one. This is a brand new argument. That look at the way they're shaking their hips. We've never heard this before. This is swing dancing. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, look, he's flipping that lady around. And at one point, I think you could see her underwear. And people were all worked up and foamed up into a lather about this. Oh my God, look at that sexual, look at that primitive rhythm that they're swinging their hips to. And look at that kind of sexual dance they're doing. And by the way, we have to note the irony here. He's got a little cup on his desk that says leftist tears. Leftist tears, and he's about to cry for 20 minutes about Cardi B. Cardi B was on the Grammys, and she would do a thing I don't like. Oh, whatever. Here we go.
And it's worth tracing for a second, because what we have seen is that there was an argument that went something like this in the 1970s. What I do in my bedroom is my business. And that argument is somewhat convincing. For those of us who just want to live a life where we are left alone by others, the idea that consensual activity between adults in private is basically none of the government's business, and societally speaking, can be condemned by others, but really is not generally the thing that people should be discussing in public. Yeah, that at least is kind of fair, right?
That's kind of fair. I'm a small government guy. It's kind of fair. It's kind of fair that consenting adults, kind of, I don't know about this one, that they should be able to do what they want with their bodies in private. That's kind of, is it totally fair?
No.
But it's kind of fair.
Those are naughty thoughts. Those are naughty thoughts. And it goes something like this. If you're polite, you'll leave me alone, right? You won't say that my activity in private is sinful. And people go, okay, okay, I guess. And then it goes, well, I want to say what I want to say publicly. And if you say anything, then you're really being impolite. And you say, well, but don't I get to have an opinion? And they say, well, no, if you don't celebrate what I am doing, then you are being impolite. Politeness becomes a weapon. Well, at a certain point, being polite to people who wish to tear down all traditional values is a large-scale mistake.
Okay, so here we go. We're getting into the big stuff now. First of all, a lot of people say Cardi B. You can say Cardi B. Cardi B sucks. Cardi B sucks. Anybody can say it. You don't like Cardi B? I don't like Cardi B. I don't like it. WAP sucks. You can say, there's no law. There's no law against saying WAP sucks and Cardi B sucks. You could say it all day. You could go out. People are like, oh, okay, I guess that guy doesn't like Cardi B. Thinks she sucks. But he's about to go into okay. And the other thing is this whole the civilization. He's going to go into a lot of this is undermining civilization. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Forget the fact all the problems we have in this country with healthcare and and all these real problems. Those aren't undermining civilization. Forget about that. It's Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion dancing. First of all, how can you show me the timeline of how that destroys Western civilization? And also, if you hear somebody use the phrase Western civilization, they're an internet weirdo. That's internet weirdo speak. and call campus security immediately.
No. Of what some philosophers have called expressive individualism, the idea that you get to do what you want and the rest of the world is supposed to adapt to you.
Okay, so this is bad. People put out stuff and we just have to adapt to it. Okay, Ben, then we're going to take all the goose step and Nazi stuff off the internet.
Wait, no, that is what I like to see. Gugaki.
Okay, I guess we got to take down, Tuck Carlton's, white power program or whatever.
No, but that you have to adapt to that, though. Facts.
This is a wacky part. This is really interesting. I love this part.
Right to define the universe around you is ridiculous. It's ridiculous on its face. The universe around you exists. It is an objective reality. You don't have the right to redefine society that is not in accordance with reality.
He's teeing this up to say that they're going to destroy civilization with that dance.
But this idea that you have a right to define the universe around you is ridiculous. It's ridiculous on its face. The universe around you exists. It is an objective reality. You don't have the right to redefine society that is not in accordance with reality.
What could be possibly more in accordance with reality than sexuality? Two women expressing sexuality. I hate to, but Ben might not know about this, but he was actually pooped out from his mom and dad humped. I'm sorry, Ben, okay? Do you want to hear this?
No.
But his moms and dad, they did that. It's sick, and they're perverts, but they did it. And he was pooped out as a rotten mango, like we all were, a rotten, wrinkly mango, crying, being a big baby about it, and that's how it is. So sexuality creates the entire reality that you live in and we operate in. But he's like, oh, they're obscuring reality. They're trying to change reality by being sexual. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm sorry to tell you this, Ben, but this is how you were born. Because we all were. Okay? Stupid. You idiot. Guys, we need to stop changing reality. We need to face what reality is. Okay, what about sexuality? No, that can't look at it. But that's sort of the origin of everything, is it? Stop this. Stop it. Stop the tape. No, we're not recording anything. I don't know. Somehow make it all stop.
Yes, we've seen this sort of nonsense in public for decades at this point, but I think it is fair to say that there is even a step from Britney Spears and Madonna faux making out on the MTV Video Music Awards.
You liked that, you little pervert, Ben.
Oh, well, that one was okay. Why? Let's just say there are certain aspects to it that I found intellectual, not sexual, intellectual.
Ben, you're sweating. Why? What's wrong?
Nothing. It's fine.
Awards in like 2003 to people full on simulating lesbian sex on stage in the middle of the Grammy Awards. So
I thought this was going to be way raunchier, to be honest. As foamed as these guys are, I watched that clip, the Megan and the Stallion and Cardinal B performance. Much milder than I expected. It's just like a choreographed, slightly suggestive dance. I would have preferred it to be way raunchier. What? Give me a break. I'm just having a good time. I'm just living my life trying to create my own reality that I define and that I force on other people. Please? Okay? Am I even allowed to do that anymore?
No.
Oh, come on, man. I'll put a link to this paper. In the 1950s, one of the moral panics associated with the first wave of rock and roll was the fear of race mixing. That young black and white kids would get together over the music that had rhythmic, primitive, sensuous beat. Suburban moms and dads are freaked out about their daughters hanging out with young black men, listening to sexualized music. This is the root of this kind of a moral panic has been going on for decades and decades, and probably way longer than that at its core. There's a long, ugly history in America over the fear of race mixing. These women dancing to that primitive rhythm. This is the end of Western civilization. What does that mean? Can you explain to me how that? Well, look at them. Just look at that. You know what I mean? Wink. Why are you winking like that? I got something in my eye. I don't know. What? What's wrong? I thought you were cool, man. So you have the moral panic of the 50s, then you go into the further panic of the 60s, which was counterculture, Bob Dylan, 1960s civil rights and all this stuff. And yeah, conservatives really loved that time too. They all loved Bob Dylan and the hippies and the Bee. They love that stuff. Yeah, this has not been, he's not just continuing something that's been going on literally forever. No, this is new. I love that idea. Oh, well, this is a little bit different. He's like, this is a little bit different because Madonna and Christina Aguilera kissed. So that's different. This is different. We're in different territory now. We got to start a program to get Ben Pepino out into the world.
Just racist, but if they watch WAP being performed by a pair of women who, in any other polite company, their behavior would be stripper behavior. I mean, this is
a pair of what. But by the way, like, go to any party in 2018, 17, 16, 15. Go to any party and watch how people dance, regardless of skin tone or that's. We got to get this dude out into the world. He's like, this is stripper behavior, people dancing like this. Have you been outside since like 1995 to watch people dance, my friend? No. The answer is no. The answer is
no.
Okay?
No.
This is an unprecedented type of dancing. People dancing suggestively, sexually. This is for the strip club only. I've never seen this at every dance club in the past 30 years, really. Never seen it. How come Ben Pepino never got a hold of a Big Frida song? Like, he did WAP, and Big Frida would even be funnier hearing him read that. He would go more viral with that. He'd be like, ass everywhere, ass everywhere. Can you believe it? Ass everywhere. Everywhere?
From Beethoven to this, in just a couple of hundred years. Really strong stuff. And by the way, comments.
I love he's talking about Beethoven. A lot of those classical composers were complete drunken lunatics. This is just one example, but Johannes Brahms, he's considered one of the top guys of classical music, along with Beethoven, actually. Brahms was famously devoted to prostitutes. For his purposes, he seemed to relegate sex to the professional variety. And it's funny because later in the video, he's like, marriage, there needs to be more marriage. And also classical music was the most virtuous. Little bit of problemos, my friend. All those guys were preverts. I'll throw Beethoven in there too. What is he going to do about it now? He was a pervert too, that creep Beethoven. Couldn't hear anything, I think, at one point.
Just a couple of hundred years. Really strong stuff. And by the way, commentators suggesting that this sort of stuff is on par with Shakespeare. Sir, I'm not kidding you. There's commentators who have said this. This is on par with Shakespeare. It's like modern Shakespeare.
Does he think Shakespeare, that's a fancy guy from olden times. This is a scene from Twelfth Night. In this scene, Sir Toby Belch and Sir Andrew are discussing Andrew's hair, which is apparently flat and lifeless. While Toby uses the images of a woman spinning yarn from flax, the line is rather unfortunate double entendre. Essentially, Sir Toby is telling Andrew that he hopes a woman takes him betwixt her legs, and that he contracts syphilis, a disease which causes hair loss. It might not be him because he went to Harvard, but he knows, he's like, you idiots have never read Shakespeare. So I'll just say Shakespeare like, oh, he's a fancy guy from the past he was with his little stupid collar and his puffy pants, and he was very fancy and very proper. No, his stupid plays were packed with pervert stuff. And that's right, I fired shots at Shakespeare too, along with that Beethoven idiot. What are they going to do? Okay? These are my feuds. So later in this video, it's Candace Owens starts a fight with Cardi B. I'm going to start a fight with the OG Shakespeare. You idiot. You look so dumb with your dumb clothes that you used to wear. Idiot. Loser. Shakespeare's a loser. I said it here. What's he going to do? Nothing. Because he's a weak dork.
Itself all that important. It is just indicative of a cultural rot that has set in. And so I'm not the only person who believes this. I think tens of millions of Americans believe this.
You know what? It is this. There is a cultural rot. I sense it. I'm not sure. I kind of sense it that there's something. There's some problem. You know what I mean? Like open corruption. Like a guy who, I don't know, for example, takes a bunch of money from fracking billionaires to start his website, and everything about fossil fuels is positive. That's I'm just thinking that if a guy like that existed, that would indicate some sort of a problem with corruption in our society, country. But I don't know. I don't think that exists. That's just too bad. That's too bad. That's too dark. It's too horrible to even think of.
Female pleasure, as though female pleasure resides, apparently, in the simulation of lesbian sex on stage at the Grammys, which is a female pleasure, female pleasure, female pleasure. Least. Okay, so Candace Owens made this point the other day on Fox News. She said that Western civilization is not going to go on much longer if this is the sort of culture we produce. She happens not to be wrong about this.
This is obviously true. Because I grew up in the 90s and there was a group called Two Live Crew, and their girls were always bouncing their butts on their videos and all this stuff. And I saw that and I looked at that and I was looking at those videos and I said, I got to get my hands on some nukes after I watched that. What's the nuclear code, please? Because I saw a video with a girl was wearing a bikini. It's weird. They never explain give me the whole series of events, the dominoes that are clicked over when someone sees suggestive dancing. And by the way, somehow this person over the age of like 12 in the internet era, in the social media era and all this crap, has never seen anything remotely sexual. So somehow they just avoided seeing that. And then they see it. What happens next to they end civilization? I just want to know the timeline, please. It's more of a gradual, like they see Cardi B dancing with Megan Thee Stallion, or they watch the WAP video. By the way, very offensive to Italians, that song. They see that video and then it's just in the back of their mind and they're like, I kind of want to destroy civilization. I kind of want to get my hand on a nuke or start a war with, some other country, or maybe a civil war. I don't know. I mean, I still got to watch. I gotta watch that WAP video a couple times. WAP? I gotta watch that WAP video a couple times more to decide whether I want to do a domestic or international war. Maybe it'll be a world war. Maybe it'll be like a Dr. Strangelove situation. There's a part that Kubrick cut out of that movie where they're all watching. They're all watching swing dance.
Culture we produce. She happens not to be wrong about this. This prompted a spat with Cardi B. For some reason, Cardi B just cannot help responding to Candace Owens.
Let's think. What could be some of the reasons why one of the most famous people in the world would respond to some internet troll? Why would they do that? Why would somebody who has basically limitless time and resources devote energy to a internet goofball? I don't know. Let me think. I'll just throw out a possibility. Maybe to goof on them?
A rather fascinating Twitter exchange, mainly in how the media covered the Twitter exchange. So, Candace has a brand new show here on Daily Wire. There's a reason you should go subscribe to Daily Wire right now and use promo code Candace to get 25% off. And yeah, I'm not above a shameless pitch for Candace's show.
I gotta get that. What was the code again? All right, whatever.
Because this is the kind of stuff that Candace does, right? I mean, Candace is going to step into culture wars and she is going to emerge victorious. So,
Candace is going to step into internet wars and emerge victorious. A little bit grand 300 Troy terminology for just typing with your thumbs while you're taking a poop to a rapper moaning and complaining. Oh, she stepped into mighty battle. Candace emerged onto her app when she was logging in with her thumbs on her phone, Android, or maybe she seems more like an Apple. And he's saying she emerged victorious. She's threatening She's threatening to sue Cardi B. This is the like definition of a goofball internet meltdown. But with Candace Owens, I mean, I've looked at some of her stuff before. There's always a grift angle. Like, she's a classic grifter. Go back and watch one of my videos on her. She came up with this brilliant scheme of she's going to sue Facebook or one of the Twitter or something. And I read the legal stuff on her site, and it was like, I'm going to keep a lot of that money. I'm going to need a lot of donation. I'm going to need a lot of this to fight these tech monsters that are being mean to conservatives. I will keep a lot of those donations, which is, by the way, what Donald Trump did with the Stop the Steal stuff. It's just like, it's a classic grift. Beautiful. This is great. This is so good. I mean, it is what it is. Here we go.
Notorious. So, Cardi B tweeted out the clip of Candace talking about her dumb, crappy song. And she wrote, "Yay, we made Fox News, guys. Whap, whap, whap."
In other words, Candace Owens started the whole thing. She went on Fox News and was saying a bunch of stuff about how Cardi B sucks. Cardi B, actually, she was pretty nice about it in the beginning. Yay. Yay, we made Fox News, guys. Whap, whap, whap. All right, that's about as good as you could get if somebody's going on Fox News and saying, this is the end of Western civilization because I'm paid by bigots to say this stuff. And so Candace Owens replies, just at me next time directly. You are a cancer. You are a cancer cell to culture. Young black girls are having their minds poisoned by what you are trying to package and sell to them as, quote, empowerment, unquote. I'm one of the few that has the courage to tell you the truth. You should thank me. In other words, please argue with me so I could get some more attention. That's the translation there. Candy Owens and Ben Pepino are they're trying to get a little bit of that fame shrapnel lodged into their heads. These two. So Candace Owens goes on this dumb channel, says that Cardi B's ruining everything. She's gonna start us a world war somehow with her dancing, with her primitive hip shaking rhythms. Cardi B, let's keep it real, as the young people say. They still say that. They still say keep it real, and they say talk to the hand. Oh, that's pretty got a lot of attitude. And Cardi B writes the perfect response. Yay, we made Fox News, guys. And she tweets out Candace Owens' clip of her trash talking Cardi B.
Because she is such, and just like Shakespeare would, guys. She's an Aristotelian figure, Cardi B.
Those are fancy guys, audience who I talk down to. Shakespeare never talked about anything sexual because you idiots are never going to look it up. Hi, I'm Ben Pepino, also Aristotelian. Oh, I'm going to do the Kyle Kalinske. What does he do? He's like, Aristotelian. That's what he's doing.
You are a lost soul. And that was a response to Cardi B suggesting it was really, really bad that Candace Owens had once said that you should make your husband a sandwich. She said, you always love to mention my husband's skin tone. So let me ask, what color are the people that are encouraging you to strip?
Holy moly. If somebody messaged you this much, this is like those text messages where somebody is like, hi. And then the other person's like, doesn't respond in 10 minutes. And they're like, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. And then it keeps going, I'm sorry I called you a bitch, but I'm going through a lot right now. And they still don't respond. And they're like, you piece of you don't even care that I'm going through a hard time right now. Then it's like the next message 10 minutes later. I'm sorry I yelled again. That's what Candace Owens is doing in Cardi B's timeline, it looks like.
So this is Candace just destroying Cardi B in real time. Millions.
Just sending panicked, desperate to get some attention tweets. She's destroying. She destroyed this most famous person in the country. Guys, I don't know how Cardi B is going to recover from this. Like, then there's no way. She's not going to recover. She's not famous anymore. Cardi B is not technically not famous anymore after this destruction that Candace Owens, speaking of WAP, W-list celebrity, dude, oh man, she's not going to recover from what this W-list celebrity Candace Owens has done. You know what this really might be? This is just maybe like crab apples sitting at their laptop, some crab apple, mad that they are not having fun, that they're not out dancing, that they're not doing the WAP dance, right? This is just jealousy. Look at those women having fun. I mean, they're just ruining Western civilization. If only I could have a good time too. No. I gotta keep hating and being mad and angry and red-faced and shaking. You guys can dance too. Somebody will dance with you. Okay? It's gonna be okay. Somebody will dance with you. Just ask. Just ask them. Hey, I want to do dancing too. Okay.
The left, for some odd reason, they love doing this. They will Photoshop a tweet from me saying something I've never said, and then they'll run full stories about this. They actually did this at the AV Club at The Onion, and then never retracted it because this is what they do. So there's a fake tweet from Candace that was going around saying, yes, my husband did cheat on me with my brother. Yes, he said no when I asked to join them. Okay, it's a fake tweet. It's an obviously fake tweet. And Cardi B then tweeted out, not you talking about two women thrusting their vaginas together while your husband and brother slap bleeps and balls together. Well, would you look at that? Wow. So Cardi B is such a genius, she bought into an obviously Photoshopped tweet.
Or she's such a genius, she bought into an obviously Photoshopped tweet. Or, what's another option here? What's another option? Because Candace is a troll. What could Cardi B be doing here? What's another option? And again, remember the timeline that Candace Owens started this foam. Candace Owens wanted to be famous, a little bit more famous. She wanted to get her name out there a little bit more. So let me start a little feud with the most famous person, arguably, in the world, in the country. Let me get my name in there a little bit. Let me get my little stupid name in there. And she's going to give you a hard time now. Okay? You think Cardi B cares if this tweet is real or not? Cardi B said, okay, you want to get a little bit more fame from me? Okay. But it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. So he goes on and on and on again, and I didn't pick this up in the thing while I was watching this, but apparently this entire thing was an ad for ZipRecruiter somehow with Ben Shapiro's show. So there we go. Benny Pepino, all worked up because his goofball friend Candace Owens got made a fool of, and now she says she's going to sue Cardi B for what? Being mean, I guess. Being mean on Twitter. The conservative cancel culture strikes again. They're going to try to get Cardi B canceled for being mean to Candace Owens when Candace Owens was begging for it. So we love it. We love Candace Owens. Somebody said I was sexist for saying that Candace Owens is cute. I mean, look, I have eyes and I'm human, okay? Give me a break. All right? Do I deserve a break?
No.
All right, fine. I take it back then, okay?
You can French kiss the guy next to you.
Those are naughty thoughts. Those are naughty thoughts.
This is something I have a lot of problems with.
Well, guys, that was a fun one. And congratulations to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I don't watch awards programs because I'm too busy reading from that prevert Shakespeare and whatever creep stuff that he's writing about. And because I'm fancy and I believe in Western culture. Blah, 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 blah. Well, thank you guys, and I will see you later.
Bye, 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 bye.
Hey, everybody, and thanks so much for watching this video. Like all the other YouTube and podcast perverts, I now have a Patreon. Here you can get daily access to the audio-only feed. And every week on this Patreon, I'm uploading 2
exclusive
Patreon-exclusive shows. They're like real shows, more produced, more edited. One of them is a behind-the-scenes show where I reveal all the secrets and YouTube scams that I'm doing. And the other one, I just reveal my innermost dark, cringe secrets, as well as
deep dive
video essays and more.
and at the top level,
you can even become a producer of the show and get your name handwritten, hand art, hand drawn at the end of every episode. So if that's something that you are interested in, check it out.
on Patreon.com.
I'll put a link in the, what is the thing called? In the description, I guess. So thank you so much, even if you don't. Thanks for watching this video. I know it's hard to get through these things, but I appreciate you.
This show would be absolute garbage without the producers. Jamie and I may have a disagreement with Sam Cedar's pause button. Pause button. Jenny Hart! Hey, Jenny Hart, it's me! Oh, she just ignored me. Winter the Muscular. Ethan Weaver.
Vince Barbosa, he is pure ideology at its purest.
Elias Christo. The guy from the hamburger train. Cece LeBlanc. Nez. Interlinks. Victor Sonny Duran. Kyle High Level.
Ideas.
Hopper. Albert Ellers Ood. Kitty Hooch. Hi, I'm Kitty Hooch. Abby, I don't want cowards teaching my kid green. Tristan Dominic Guzman. Jane Spade. Jessica, a lot of problems stepping off. King Friday. Laura Campbell. Rajawa. Nefatsu Gustav Van Betten. Camilla. Young Slampy. Brian Hernandez. CS. Hey, is that CS? I don't know. Oh wait, yeah, it is CS. Okay, great. Thugs and Kisses denigrates your dude. He's denigrating that dude. Blistered Thumb. Bree Gutierrez. Pixels Green. Pick Green. Old Man Shia. And our favorite name so far, Hard Farter. I hope you're okay, Hard Farter. That sounds
The muscular class.
like a problem, to be honest. And a very special thanks to Mr. Quarth, Micah G, Mike Mort Calypso, Roberto Vera. Who's that? What? Oh, it's Carl Hochmuth, or Hochmuth. I don't know, Carl, tell me how to say it. Love you! Terza. And don't cancel me for, I'm just reading a name, okay? Tardmaster. Annihilate. And special guest, Stabster Bait. Kevin Jigaleski. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's Mac. You know it's Mac. You can tell it's him. Krill Will. And we got D-Pad Chad. Burn Dubuel. Jake T. Sebastian Delgadillo. Charlotte Glass. CEO of the muscular class. Beth Van Diver.
I'm sorry about that, Beth. You know I love you.
Ray Anthony Cox. Eden Joy. Derek Stoker. Apollo Crow. Liz. Martin Lee. Chelsea G. Derek Jesus Christ Wilson. Matt Rowe. Thank you to these beautiful, gorgeous, muscular, soaked up, showering probably 10 to 11 times a day producers.